Welcome back, learners. Hope you guys are doing good. So we are in our Python basic series. So far we have discussed like how we can set up the Python, how we can install, how we can set up our labs, and we have started the data types in Python where we have discussed the numeric, integer, float, complex number. Then we have discussed the string, like what is string, how you can define, what is the forwarding and backward indexing there. And then the list was there where we have that multiple elements, how you can call it, the indexing and the feature. Same way we have finished the tuple, and then in the last video we have discussed our set, right? So today we gonna discuss the dictionary, right? So what is dictionary and how we can create a dictionary, how we can play with the dictionary, and all these we need to do. So dictionary is a it store key value pairs value, right? Key value pairs, like you have one keys assigned and that key has one value, like name equal to path for cloud, cloud equal to AWS, like that we have to do it, right? And where we can need to look up the value using keys, right? Like if you call key, right, it will give you a value. So that is something. So let's see how we can define the dictionary. So in this, I think indentation is kind of not an important, like how you're gonna define is you're gonna define with the flower brackets, and this is something that we can define. And I think dictionaries are immutable. Immutable means the key once it is defined, right? Key defined, it can't be changed. You cannot change the key, right? Value we will see, but key is something that you cannot change, right? So this is some, and there are few set of rules as well to set the key. Rules to set as key, let's see those. You can set an integer, okay, that is fine. You can set any integer as a key. You can set any float value. You can set any strings, right? You can set as any tuples as well. You can set booleans as well. You can set list. No, I think list is can have a kind of value, not as a key, right? So this is something that we need to keep in mind. These are the valid keys, right? And invalid key is first one. Just I mentioned that list, right? You cannot have the list as a keys. You cannot have the dictionary itself as a key. You cannot have the set as a key. These can come as a value to the key, but these are something which we cannot define as a key, right? So let's see on this in action. So I'm in my Jupyter notebook. What I will do is I will create a new notebook, and there probably we will create our dictionary, first dictionary. Let it open, and I will rename it to dictionary. Dionary dictionary, fine. And I will put all this stuff here just for our reference. Maybe I will fix it later, but as of now I think it will not gonna take this, so we need to do it. Let me quickly. Now we are good, fine, and it can be as a markdown, and we'll have good enough. Okay, so let's see how we can define. So what I will do is I will just say course list equal to, and we'll start with the flower brackets, and this is something that indentation I was talking about, right? You can put it as and whatever you want, right? So let's say I will just name it as a cloud, and I will pass the value as a string to this, right? This is the first key. Let's say second key is duration. Okay, and I will set it as a let's say 3 months. Okay, or maybe 3 weeks, whatever. Then I will say fee to the course. I will say 4,000 again. Okay, this is the 4,000. And yeah, that's it. Let's close it and let's call our dictionary. So here you can see our dictionary is set, right? And this is something that we can call it like this way. If you want to call a particular key value, right? Like if you just want to give that wanted to give a key and then you wanted to see what is the value to the set to that particular key, then what you can do, you can pass this value in a square bracket. Let's say I just wanted to see as a fee, right? So what I can do is I can run this switch. So now you can see that I am getting this fee as a uh, key, and its value is 4,000, which is already been set, right? That's it. And if you want to see like what all keys are being set here, right? So what we can do is we can pass the function keys, and this way you can see these are the keys. Same way we have the values, you can see, and if you want to see all the items, then you can pass like this. So this is how that you can play around with the dictionary. If you want to call a particular dictionary, you can set that dictionary. You can call that particular key. It will give you a value. If you want to see all keys, you can give the dot keys, and it will give you all the keys. If you wanted to see the values, then give it dot values. And if you wanted to see all items, right, what all items we have in dictionary, then this way we can set it, right? Let's say if I try to update fee, okay, I would say fee, and I will say 8,000, and let's call it. So you can see that it got updated, right? But there is no way that you can update the key. Value is something that it is immutable and we can change the value. But keys are what do you say, that mutable, right? It cannot be changed once you define, right? And I think we can have that some kind of what do you say, that assignment operators we have seen, right? Those also probably it is let's see, if I would say this is something that I am trying to do it with the multiplication of, or let's say two, right? And let's see, yeah, it is supported. You can see that, right? What I am doing is I am using a assignment operator, like whatever the value of the current key fee is, I am multiplying it with 2. You can see it was 8,000 and now it is 16,000, right? So that is something that you can play around with this. So it is supported. So we can do this. And let's say if you want to remove any of the key, so there is a keyword called del. I would say the my dictionary name, and then I will say, let's say duration I wanted to remove from the that my key. Okay, it was, there is a durations. Okay, so these are the some silly mistakes, but anyways, we can see that now we don't have the duration in our dictionary. It is gone. Not only the duration, its value is also gone. So whenever you are removing any of the keys, obviously the value of that particular is also gone, right? And if you wanted to see like what was the value towards that key, right? Let's say I would say course list, and there is a function called pop, and I wanted to see fee, right? And if this way you will do, and you can see that del keyword, what was it? It is completely removing that, and there was no output. But when we are using a pop, what it is doing, it is giving me the value of that particular key as well as removing from the dictionary. So now you can see only we have one key is there. So that is how it is being uh, removed, right? Let's say if I wanted to add a new key called uh, uh, batches, okay, and I would say let's say 50, 500. So you can see it is added, right? So that's how we can add the values as well if you wanted to add something to that. And I think the Boolean operation is also kind of possible. Let's say if I would say AWS in course list, right? So what I am trying to do is I am just saying that whether it is available or not, right? So it is saying false. Well, I think by default it is checking the keys. If I say in values, let's check it, but it is saying something else because the spelling was wrong. So now you can see that when we were doing that only the course list, by default what it is doing, it is checking in the keys, right, whether that key was available or not, and it was giving the false. But now when we ask specifically, okay, check in the values, not in the key, right, so it is saying true because AWS is already there to the particular key, right? So that's how that we can check. And if you wanted to see the full stuff, right, like let's say I wanted to check uh, batches, okay, and its value is 50. I want to check the entire stuff in courses list, but where you need to specify. Again, it is looking as a key, but I wanted to check it as a items. Like whatever the items is there, just check it and it is saying true. Why? Because we have this item available as a key and value pair batches and 50, right? So that is how that we can do it. And what else we can do with the dictionary? So that's it. I think what you can do, you can define a mixed dictionary as well, right? Let's say my mix dict equal to, and I would say let's say hello, and I will give as a value called Amit. Fine. I will say next value is list, and I will define one list call, let's say 1 2 3. Fine. And I would say yeah, maybe a boolean value will see false, and I would say hello, okay, just sub random value, and this is done. Now let's call it my mix dict, okay, and you can see that we have the this one. Same way, if the previous operation we were performing, right, I would say dot items. It is giving all the items, right? And if I just want to call it that particular value, right? In this case, let's say I just want to call the list, right? So it should say this is your list. Okay, there is something wrong. And what is this? This one, because you are not using the same quotation. So you can see. But here, I think there is one interesting operation you can do within the list, right? You know that indexing is supported, right? If you wanted to call the value, let's say this one, right? So what is the index value of this one? 0 1 2, right? If same operation you will do with the index value of this one, so you will get the 3, right? So what we are doing is we are saying, hey dictionary, give me a value of key list, right? And in this list, just do the index slicing to the index value of 2. So you can see it is 3, right? So that's how we can define all this stuff. Well, I think that is the only stuff probably we can do with this Mm, Dictionary. I have. That's it, probably. Let me check 1 second. Yeah, I think that's it with the dictionary. So we have done with our something called data types in the Python, right? That's how we have few advanced data type, but that is something that we will take care in the advanced or intermediate series. So to start with the Python, I think these are the data type is enough. So we can start the next topic from the next video, which is I think the conditional conditions in Python, right? Like we want to see how we can just say that if or maybe if else, right? Or the nested if. Then we will move towards our loops, which is for loop and while loop. So let's see how we goes with those. And then there are a few many things like there is a two statement called break and continue. Within the loop, we will see how we can take a leverage of that those two. Once that is done, then the last topic would be, I think, the functions in this basic series. All right. So I will take a pause from today and we'll meet you in the next. Till then, bye bye. Please be safe and happy learning. Thank you.